Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you all are doing good. Students, in today's video, which is a continuation of chapter Measurement of Matter, we are going to start with a new topic, that is radicals. Right? Perhaps you have heard this term for the first time, but you know what exactly it is. So, compounds with ionic bonds have two constituents. These are a cation and anion, means positively charged ion and a negatively charged ion. Followed? They take part independently in chemical reactions and are therefore called as radicals. For example, Na plus sodium positively charged, right? It is seen from the above, we'll see the chart, that different bases such as NaOH, KOH are formed when various cationic radicals are paired with the anionic radical or hydroxide. For example, Na is plus and OH is minus, right? K is plus and OH is minus. So, there are cationic radicals and anionic radicals. Cationic radicals means positively charged, anionic radicals means negatively charged. There is a table in your book. You have to complete that table, filling for anionic radicals and cationic radicals. Followed, then different bases are distinguished from each other by the basic radicals in them. Basic radicals means which radicals? They will be positively charged radicals. Okay. On the other hand, different acids such as HCl, HBr are formed when various anionic radicals are paired with the cationic radical. So in the bases, that H is fixed. In acids, H is fixed, and in bases, OH is fixed. Followed? Therefore, the anionic radicals are called as acidic radicals. Anionic radicals are acidic radicals. For example, Cl minus, Br minus, R minus, like that. The difference in the composition of various acids becomes clear by the acidic radicals in them. Following. So, what is fixed? Acidic radicals will be anionic radicals and basic radicals are cationic radicals. Followed, anionic radical will always pair with cationic radicals. So you have to determine which one is anionic, which one is cationic. Generally, basic radicals are formed by removal of electrons from the atoms of metals, such as sodium. Sodium has 11 electrons, right? One in its outermost orbit is removed, so it becomes a positively charged ion or radical. Followed, so this is a basic radical. Copper, Cu2 plus, we remove 2 electrons from its outermost shell. But there are some exceptions such as NH4 plus, because that here it is not a metal. Nitrogen is not a metal, hydrogen is not a metal. Followed, but still it is a basic radical. Similarly, the acidic radicals are formed by adding electrons to the atoms of non-metals such as Cl minus and S minus, S2 minus, right? So acidic radicals are formed by adding electrons. So electrons are negatively charged. So when you add electron to something, it will become negatively charged, and when you remove electron from something, it will become positively charged. Why so? Because one electron, when you remove, the number of positive charges increases. How? Right, the protons, if you consider sodium had 11 protons and 11 electrons. Now one electron is removed, so the positive charge, which is still the same, is 11 protons. So that is why it will have a positive charge on it, right? Now here there are some exceptions. MnO4 minus, correct? Mn is not a non-metal, it's a metal. So when you are adding electrons to it, still it is becoming acidic radicals. Acidic radical. Followed, what are radicals? They are charged ions. There are of two types, cations and anions. Followed, cations are positively charged, anions are negatively charged. Positively charged means electrons are removed from it, and negatively charged means electrons are added to it. Always positively charged ions, that is basic radicals, are formed by removing electrons from the atoms of metals. Such certain exceptions are there. Whereas acidic radicals followed, that is the negatively charged ions, are formed by adding electrons to the non-metals. Of course, some exceptions exist here also. Moving on to the next, monoatomic radicals. Now here mono means one. When we say monoatomic means these radicals are comprising of only one atom. For example, sodium ion, copper ion, chlorine ion, like that, chloride ion. They are called as simple radicals because they are just made up of one atom. When a radical is a group of atoms carrying charge such as SO4 2 negative or NH4 plus, please make that correction, just refer your book and make that correction. It is called as composite radical. What it is called as? Composite radical. Why? Because it is comprising of more than one atom. It is a group of atoms which carries the charge. So it is called as composite radical. And the magnitude of the charge of any radical is its valency. So suppose sodium's valency is 1. So sodium's charge will also be 1. Copper's valency is 2. So its charge will also be plus 2. Followed. So chemical formula of compounds. Now the characteristics of a compound formed by ionic bonds is that its molecule has two parts. These are a cation and an anion. That is a basic radical and an acidic radical. These two parts are oppositely charged. We already know it, positively and negatively. The force of attraction between them constitutes a bond which is called as ionic bond. And the name of ionic compound has two words. Now let's see how they are given their names. The first word is the name of the cation and the second name is the name of anion. Okay. For example, while writing the formula of a compound such as sodium chloride, the symbol of the cation is written on the left and adjoined to it on the right is the symbol of anion. So it will always be written as NaCl and the first word is always a cation. The charges are not shown, though the number of ions is written as a subscript on the right of the symbol of ion. For example, we will never write Na plus Cl minus. No. Now it is a compound, so you always write it as NaCl. This number is obtained easily by the method of cross multiplication of the valencies. We will see how we do it. Now here, both the atoms, sodium as well as chloride, both have valencies 1. Right? Charge is different and valency is different. Valency is 1, but both have different charges. Sodium is plus 1 and chloride is minus 1. So let's see. To write the symbols of the radicals is the first step that you do. So basic radical on left always, Na, and for sulfate it is SO4. Then we will write the valency of the respective radical. Sodium's valency is 1 and sulfate's valency is 2. Now you cross multiply. So Na will become 2, Na2SO4. So this is the formula. Very easy to determine the formula, right? And when you have to write the chemical formula of such compounds, it is necessary that you know the valency of various radicals. The names and symbols along with the charge of common radicals will be given in the chart which is given in your book. Followed, students? Here see, here charges are given and few common radicals are given. Basic radicals, acidic radicals, and simple radicals, composite radicals are given. As a homework, in your book write down 5 basic radicals, 5 acidic radicals, 5 simple radicals, and 5 composite radicals. Followed, students? Thank you so much for watching the video.